Hello dear students, good morning and welcome to in today's class. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Okay, are you ready for today's lesson? Okay, let's start. But before starting, I would like to remind you what we learned in our last class. Do you remember that? Yes, all right. We learned a language function there. Yes, we did listening activities, speaking activities, and also we learned about homonyms. Yes, and we learned a language function, which was that, yes, giving directions to the stranger to get to a required place. Okay, fine. And can you guess which topic we are going to discuss today? Yes, exactly, because it is grammar and writing. Yes, we are still in unit 12, people and places, and today as the continuation of this lesson we are going to start grammar part, okay, and writing. Okay, now be ready with your textbook, paper, notebook and pencil. Okay. So, in grammar first you can also look at your book, and there is one exercise, an activity. Okay. First of all, in A, please read the instruction. Read the following story and mark the articles in it. Yes, in grammar today we are going to learn, okay, about articles obviously, and you know you are already known about articles because this is one of the common topics in grammar which we have been learning from our early classes. Okay. So, look at here, as shown in the slide, here is a picture. This picture is related to this story, okay, and here is a story, but our main task is not to go deeply into that story, but mark the articles there. Okay. So, let us do together, you also and together with me. Okay. So, look here, read from the first sentence, reach to the last, and how many articles you find there, please try to underline or locate it. Okay, dear students, have you done it? Okay, yes. See here, have you also underlined in this way? Yes. In the first sentence, or, an, or 3 times, okay, 3 articles, and then the, yes. So, in this way we underline the articles. So, such words, let us say or and the, these are the articles in English. And how many types of articles are there in English, do you know? Yes, very good. Definite and indefinite, 2 types of articles. Or an are definite articles. Yes, you know it because you can easily remember because we have already discussed about it. Yes. What are the indefinite article, dear students? Indefinite articles, yes, or an, and there is also a definite article, yes, that is the, yes. These sort of things we discussed earlier. Okay, now here is a question. Why are articles or and an used before dove and ant in the first sentence and the in the sentences that follow? So, look there in the above text, you can find or and ant before the nouns dove and ant, as in the first sentence. Look there, a dove saw an ant fall into a brook. So, or and ant, the article are used there before dove and before ant. Okay. But in other sentences which are coming later part of the paragraph, why the is used? So, do you know the reason, dear students? Why? Okay, you can, you try to remember that, okay, because in which condition we use indefinite article or an, and what is the condition for using the article? Yes. So, the reason is, you also told correct, thank you for that. Okay. It is because in the beginning, that means in very first sentence, okay, dove and ant, they both refer to a general thing. Yes, they both are used in general sense, that means they are not specified like which ant, which dove, that is not specified. So, that we use or an, or there is used or an according to their sound, okay, that comes later, in which condition or and in which condition an, okay, we will remind that rule also. And also they are mentioned for the first time in the beginning. Yes, there was a dove, there was an ant. So, for the first time as the story began, yes, began, and then as the story developed or paragraph continues, okay, again the nouns ant and that dove came again and again, or they appeared repeatedly. So, the is used there. Okay. So, read the final point here, but the is used in the sentences that follow. पछाडिका सेन्टेन्समा द आएको छ because the nouns, that means dove and ant, are already mentioned in the previous sentence in the story, and they refer to the same or specific nouns which the readers knew. So, पहिल्यै आइसकेको नाउन चाहिँ फेरि दोहोरिएर आयो. So, this time the dove and ant become specified. We knew that the writer has been talking about the previous dove and ant. Okay. So, have you understood, dear students? So, it means if the nouns are not specified, used as a general sense, in a general sense, at that time we have to use indefinite articles, and if the noun is specified, if the readers know this is the particular noun, particular subject the speaker is talking about, at that time we use the article. Okay. We will be discussing these sort of rules while doing this exercise as well. So, do not worry, dear students. Okay. There is an exercise in B. Can you read the instruction here? Yes. Complete the following sentences using the article or, an, or the. Yes, this is the exercise for you. Now, can you insert the correct articles in the blanks, dear students? Okay, you try. Now, what is the first question, dear students? Look here. Yes. Sudeep bought ... expensive guitar yesterday, and there is also another sentence guitar is beautiful. Now, which article goes here? Which article are necessary, or which article should be written here? Okay. So, before that, please read this information, which is not new to you, though it is not new, it will be just as a reminder for you. Okay. Or an are the indefinite articles. Indefinite means something which is not clear, obvious, or exact, and they are called indefinite because the identity of the thing or person the speaker is talking about is left unclear, that is not definite. Yes. So, indefinite article indicates that the noun is not someone or something in particular. The speaker is just talking about any one of that type of things. Okay. So, in simple way you can understand, if the noun or the subject being spoken is not identified or not particularized, then that is, at that condition we can use or an indefinite article. So, first of all, decide you need indefinite article or a definite article. Then once you decide, you need an indefinite article, and the word has also a vowel letter or vowel sound, okay, at the beginning. Then you have to use an, as shown in the example, an apple, an ant, an umbrella. So, also notice this words vowel letter or vowel sound. Okay. So, vowel letter, that means what? Sometime, in most of the time, okay, we go, most of you may follow these vowel letters A, E, I, O and U. These are not vowel sound, dear student, these are just vowel letters. These are called vowel letters because the words made up of these letters generally have vowel sound in the beginning. So, sometimes if you put N before the word which starts with any of these letters, that is also correct, but all the time it is not possible. Okay. So, that rule also may come later, no problem. Okay. Anyway, about vowel and consonant we discussed, and then now look here, another table, definite article. Okay. So, what is definite means? Definite means to be clear, exact or obvious about something being talked. So, the is definite article, and this article is used to refer to the particular noun, okay, which identifies which subject or which noun is being talking about. Okay. So, it is only used with those things which we have mentioned before, or that we have already mentioned in the previous phrase, as in the previous example. Okay. So, after this discussion, okay, now I think you can insert the correct article in this sentence. First question, can you? Okay. Yes, very good. So, they bought an expensive guitar yesterday. Here an, because expensive contains vowel sound in the beginning, and then in next sentence what should be there? Very good, the, because why? The guitar which is talked here in the second sentence, it has already come in the previous sentence. The same guitar is being talked here. Okay. So, this is the answer, dear students. Okay, similarly, can you put the correct article in this second sentence? Miss Sherpa is university student, university student, okay. Okay, this sort of information will help you to be sure which article goes there, okay. So, as I already told in the previous slide, O with consonant sound and N with vowel sound, yes, but sometime you have to remember, yes, there are some words that may begin with a vowel letter, any of these vowel letters among 5, okay, but that make a consonant sound such as university and union and other words also there, you have to source yourself, okay. So, see here in this sentence also, in this question also, university, it starts with vowel letter. So, this is the spot many students or most of you get confused, okay. So, just listen carefully, university vowel letter starts with vowel letter, but it has consonant sound, university, when you say then ya, university, yes, ya in English. So, this is consonant, okay. So, that here is what should be filled here now, I think you know it, yes, Miss Sherpa is a university student. Now, third question, look here, boy wearing a black cap is my brother. Which article fits here, dear student, indefinite or definite article? So, first of all, notice the following sentences. Are the things the speaker is talking about clear, obvious and specific? In these two sentences, look here. The first one is the bag lying on the sofa is mine. Which bag? Which bag the speaker is talking about? Is it definite? Is it specified? Yes, that one lying on the sofa. I am not talking about other bags, only the bag which is lying on the sofa. Similarly, second one, I like the dress I saw at the showroom. So, which dress? That I saw at the showroom. So, here the clause, that one lying on the sofa or that I saw at the showroom, this made that noun, that means bag and that dress, more clear, specified. Yes, the reader easily know which subject, which bag and which dress the speaker is talking about. So, and here is the same type of situation in question number C. Look here, boy and wearing a black cap. So, there are some boys, but one has worn black cap and I am talking about that boy that is identified, okay. So, now I think you can easily choose the correct article here, yes. So, conclusion is that we use the with specific things and something that is already known by the readers or speakers as shown in the following example. So, the answer is the, yes, dear students, okay. Let us move ahead. We have D, E, F, they are of same condition, okay. So, they belong to same context. So, here I have given him half hour to finish the task. Angela has a beautiful daughter named Sophia and Mr. Gurung is SP of Nepal Police, okay. Now, I think about this we have already discussed enough. So, as a reminder again the same rule is shown here. So, first of all in first blank N, because hour, though it is hour, it starts with H, okay. It has vowel sound, we do not say hour, we say hour, yes. So, an hour, Angela has, yes, a beautiful daughter, beautiful contains consonant sound, and then Mr. Gurung is, yes, which article? Guess. Okay, very good, and SP, okay. SP, S, though it seems consonant later, but while pronouncing S, then there comes A sound, that is vowel sound, okay. So, now G number, is diamond the hardest substance in the world? So, which article goes here? It is new, it can be new context for you, yes. So, look at the sentences. 3 examples are given here. He is the tallest student of our class. Math is the most difficult subject for me. You are the most honest person I have ever met. So, what is he? What are here? Can you say tallest, most difficult, most honest? What are they? Yes, they are the superlative form of adjectives, and the conclusion is that nouns with superlative adjectives normally take the article. So, always if there is superlative degree of adjective, yes, then before that always we have to use the. So, is diamond The hardest substance in the world is the correct answer. Now HIJ, I think you can do it. Yes, Mrs. Yadav is honorable teacher. Rice sells at 60 kilo. I met European writer last Monday and we have already discussed. So yes, very good. And similarly next, yes, and the last one is also a European. Okay, in this way we have done exercise A under grammar. Now here are some questions for your further practice, dear students. Try to solve them at your home in your free time and show it to your grammar teacher or English teacher. Okay, dear students. Thank you. Now we move to second section, that is writing. As I already told, okay, we finished grammar part and now we are in. Okay, you know, in writing today, which skill we are going to practice here? Yes, book review. And what is book review? Have you ever reviewed a book, dear students? Okay, so today we are going to learn about it. So simply, what is book review? It is a description and analysis of a recently published book in any genre. So it means generally book review is done for the newly published book. Okay, the reader may read the book and then how is it? Yes, about that some description is written and that description will be useful to other readers, other audiences, so that they can make a choice, they can decide whether the book should be bought or not. Yes, so book review is useful in that sense as well. It provides useful information to a newly published book. Okay, so description, analysis. So this is book review, or it is also it can also be defined as a descriptive and critical or evaluative account of a book. Okay, so evaluative, merits, demerits or strength, weaknesses. Okay, so that sort of evaluation also we can include while writing a book review. Then what do you think a common book review must include? Can you guess? Yes, while writing any book review, generally we can or we have to write a concise plot summary of the book. Okay, so especially when you are reviewing a fiction book or a literary book, okay, like a story, novel, and at the time the main plot we have to summarize it. Plot means the main series of events, okay, in a story. And another important work is evaluation of the work. How is the work of the author? Okay, we have to evaluate in terms of its strength and weaknesses if there are, and then finally we have to recommend. Okay, it is necessary to give recommendation for the audience that can be useful for them. So now look at your book, or you may follow my slide as well. Read the following review of The Alchemist. The Alchemist is the book. I think you must remember, you haven't forgotten, yes, the name, because in unit 12 we have read about a writer, yes, Brazilian writer, well known internationally known writer. What is the name? Yes, Paulo Coelho, and he is one of the bestseller book is The Alchemist. So here is given a review as a sample, and following that you also should try to write one book review. Okay, so read this and make notes and underline key points as you read. You will use the example to write your own review. So have a look here, try to look here. Okay, please read this from the beginning up to the end. Have you read, dear students? Okay, now tell me how to write a book review then, based on this sample which you have just now read. Okay, The Alchemist, the book review of The Alchemist. So what did you generalize? How can we compose, how can we write a book review then? Okay, yes, the first thing is what? Introduction. Very good guess, introduction. Okay, and what shall we do under introduction? Yes, it contains essential book information as shown in the example. Yes, and then the second part is body part. Yes, and in body we can summarize the plot, main events of the story or main points. See here, basic plot summary versus main point. It means it depends upon the book, nature of book we are reviewing. Okay, sometime we may review the fiction or literary book, साहित्यिक कृतिहरू हैन. So while doing that, especially we have to summarize the plot. But if you are reviewing an academic book, sometimes we have to review an academic book also, yes, and at the time the main points, the contents, lessons, okay. So, in this way anyway we have to summarize in body part. Then you also should include the basic features, important aspects of the book while reviewing, okay, in the body part. And importantly, you also should evaluate, and evaluation means praise and critique, strengths and weaknesses if there are, okay. And finally, conclusion, okay, while writing conclusion we have to end with a positive note, yes, and give some suggestions, recommendations to the readers, especially who should read and why the book should be read, okay. So, and did you find such parts in the book review of The Alchemist? Okay, so let us see. Introduction. How was the introduction in the book review of The Alchemist, which contain essential book information? Yes, while writing essential book information, simply we follow such rules, okay. These are just theoretical rules you may find anywhere, okay. So, first of all we write title, author, date, year of publication, characters, genre, which genre that book falls, okay, to which genre. So, in this way, and again, okay, if you look at the model book review that is given in your book, then you may find in introduction part such information you may find there, yes. The book is The Alchemist, author Paulo Coelho, the year of publication or in which year this book was introduced, published 1988, publisher Harper Collins, English translation, yes, and characters. So, if you are reviewing literary book, then obviously there are some characters and the main characters, protagonist, antagonist, okay. So, they should be mentioned here, and genre, which genre, that is fiction or adventure fiction, essay, novel, that also should be mentioned, okay. So, in general we do like this, okay. Now, then body part, what should be included in body part? Yes, as I already told, it depends on the types of book, whether we are reviewing the literary book or academic book, okay. For example, if it is a fiction book, then you have to identify the main characters, describe the major events, which is also called the plot, story themes, yes, word buildings, etc. And also you have to bring main point there, okay, and your opinion also should be included. And also it is important to write which part, what did you enjoy a lot in that book and what were less interesting to you, yes. But in an academic review, simply we go like this in the body part, we review the book, we discuss different chapters there, topic, ideas, the relevancy of the content, accuracy, methodology the writer has used there, okay. So, it may vary depending on the nature of the book we are reviewing. So, and as I already told, it is important to evaluate the author's work, as I already told. So, praise and critique, yes, we can sometimes praise for the better work, and if there are some weaknesses we can make critique as well, yes, alochana or some sort of improvement, yes. So, this sort of things also we can include there. So, how can we write, how can we include information related to praise and critique? Okay, here are some example, look here. Such kinds of sentences are preferred, okay, to write. For example, it is from one book, the writing was rough with especially awkward dialogue, but I thought the premise of the story was brilliant. So, look here, praise, what is praised here or what is appreciated here? Yes, the premise of the story was brilliant, but the critique has been made for the writing, okay, writing was rough. So, in this way the fact you have to present after the evaluation. One more example, her emotions and the dialogue are so genuine and they are spot on for a 17-year-old girl in her situation, from another book, okay. So, here appreciation can be seen, okay. So, all the time it is not necessary to insert or write critique, okay. If there are some areas to improve, at that time you may suggest or you may put some opinion, okay. Now, another example, both physical and academic quality of the textbook is good. The best thing of the textbook are but. So, can you complete here? Okay. The best thing of the textbook are maybe the glossaries are inserted there. This is the best part of the book, that is praise, yes. And but the pictures, some of the pictures of book are not clear, so that may be critique. Okay. So, in this way try to develop such kinds of sentences while praising and making critique. So, in the review of The Alchemist you can find such information in plot or body part. Yes, you may read this and evaluation. Okay, how the evaluation part is made in this review. Can you identify? Can you just mark it? Yes, very good. For example, the book is evaluated in this way. The book offers insightful ideas, yes, about one's own destiny. So, in this way the language must be like this, just an example. Okay. Now, conclusion. What should be put in the conclusion? Yes, as I already told, offer recommendation for the readers. Who do you think would enjoy this book? So, there are certain group of audiences, readers, yes. So, which type of reader choose this book? Yes. So, that kind of recommendation, and is it worth reading or not? The book you are reviewing is worth reading or not? So, that sort of things you can include in conclusion. And generally such type of language structures are preferred. For example, I would highly recommend this book to anyone who desires a guide to the future of biological science and technology. So, this book is for such kinds of reader. Or I Capture the Castle, this is the name of book, should be essential reading for aspiring writers, those looking for historical fiction or romance. So, such kinds of audience may enjoy this book, the sense is that. And can you complete this one? I think boys and girls and even their parents would enjoy the book. Yes, so simply in this way. And again, The Alchemist, in that Alchemist also in the final part, if you see, dear students, you may find such things there, okay, which comes under conclusion. So, okay. Now, here is a task. Now, write a similar review of the book you have recently read. So, have you recently read any books, dear students? Okay. Now, let us discuss together. Okay. I will teach you showing a model answer. Okay. Model book review here. Look here, first of all, the picture. Have you ever seen this book? Or most of you might have read also. This is very interesting book. Yes, title is given there, Jeevan Kanaki Full. And do you know the author? The author is also given there on the cover page of book. Yes, very good. You know, most of you know, Jhamakumari Ghemire. Yes. Now, let us I will show you some hints, okay, under each parts, that means introduction, body and conclusion, and try to develop your own book review. Okay. So, as I already told, title, we need title, Jeevan Kanaki Full, author Jhamakumari Ghemire, publication 2010. So, such information you can find doing research on net or asking with some people or searching yourself. Yes, there are so many resources. And then, so first of all, you have to select a book, read the book, and such information you can also find inside the book. Yes. So, this could be the information for introduction. Try to put this information in while writing introduction of your book review. Now, plot summary. Okay, once you read the book, then you may understand the plot. Okay. So, some highlights here. The story starts with their early childhood life, describes her miseries, physical disability called cerebral palsy, yes, and neglected, hated by her own parents. Okay. These are the hints for you, dear students, which you can use while writing the plot. Okay. So, it is a autobiography, it is an autobiography. So, it recalls, it describes the self story of Jhamakumari. Yes. Now, evaluation, praise and critique. Okay. You can include such information there. This book is full of inspiration, courage, hope. Yes. In life there comes challenges. It is not only full of happiness, it is full of miseries as well, and one should be ready to challenge those obstacles, problems. So, it teaches that lesson. So, these sort of things are here. See opportunities and difficulties, yes, and the language is clear, simple, all right. Now, conclusion, it is a must read, yes, it is a must read book full of inspiration, courage, hope. Nothing is impossible in life. So, that is the main message of this book. So, I suggest everyone to go through it and learn from it. Okay. So, in this way, these are the hints. So, after reading any book, you also can note such points. Yes, you can gather which point to be inserted in introduction and what are the information to be inserted in body part and conclusion, and then finally you can just start writing a book review. Now, can you write a book review about Jivan Kada Ki Phool? Okay, simply you can start from title, introduction, yes, introduction, essential information, then simply you can start writing like this. Okay, this is an autobiography, AUTO. Okay, this is an autobiography. Yes, it is written by, okay, it tells the or describes the story of Jhamak Kumari Ghimire, yes, and so on. Continue to write. Okay, so using the given hints. And here is one example, dear students. One model or the review of the same book Jivan Kada Ki Phool, written by one of the students like you. You can enjoy this. Okay, introduction. So, in this way, first of all, list the essential information of the book, then begin the paragraph like this. Okay, look here, you can go through line by line and read and get idea from here. Okay, few sentences I would like to read here. I defined life as a beautiful flower, but I don't know whether or not my life falls under my definition. It is by Jhamak Ghimire. It is a beautiful line, okay, by Jhamak Ghimire. So, Jhamak Kumari Ghimire starts her biography Jivan Kada Ki Phool with the above beautiful lines. As this book is an autobiography, yes, it tells her own story. Yes, own story. It describes her miseries since her childhood due to her physical disability. This book made her receive the prestigious Madan Puraskar award. And now plot, this is up to introduction, okay. And then the story starts with her early childhood life. She was born with physical disability called cerebral palsy. She could neither move her hands and legs nor speak. Because of this, she was neglected and hated by her own parents. Yes, so this paragraph has been developed on the basis of the previous hints, okay, those highlights. So, in this way you can, okay, continue to read. Are you reading, dear students? Okay, then it continues. When she wrote the first letter Ka, her happiness was beyond this world. So, up to here, up to this, okay, in this paragraph also we can find the body part, yes, because here is the summary of the plot and evaluation. Look here, for example, though one can feel agony, hatred and painful miseries, at the same time it also offers hope, optimism, opportunities among the hardships, victory in the defeat. So, the reviewer may feel like that, okay. Moreover, the use of simple, clear and beautifully carved language has added the charm to the story. So, up to body part. Then conclusion, how the conclusion is made, look here. Jivan Kada Ki Phool is a must read. Yes, it is important book, or it is necessary to read by everyone. Yes, the book is a Nepali bestseller of all times. So, in this way, and final sentence, look here. So, I suggest everyone to go through it and learn from it. Okay, this is the conclusion. Now, you also select a book that you like the most, note some important points, message, features, okay, and first of all prepare a draft and then give a final shape to it and show it to your English teacher. Okay, thank you, dear students. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. You got different knowledge, you are much clear about the use of definite and indefinite article and the writing skill, or you also learned how to write a book review, okay. So, I hope the class was fruitful to you. Saying this much and thanking to you for your active participation, I would like to end my class today. Okay, have a nice day.